Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to this edition of the Women of BSV. Today we are joined by the beautiful ghost hunting Ray, the wonderful and amazing artist Ruth Huseman, myself Diddy, and we have Matthew Foster, who is all the way over in Australia, and Xiao Han. Now, Matthew is the CEO and co-founder, and Xiao is the COO and co-founder of CosmosX. And CosmosX is the most amazing 3D virtual kind of environment I've seen for a very, very long time. And I met Xiao and Matthew at the Block Dojo, which was way back a couple of months ago for the first cohort, and again at the second cohort. So I had a wonderful time, and I hope you two did as well. So welcome to the Women of BSV.
Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having us.
No problem. Hey, look, now Diddy knows more about you guys than I do, because I didn't go to the Block Dojo that time when she was recording. So could you fill me in and tell me what CosmosX is? Because I have watched the Block Dojo introduction that you did, but tell me from the beginning, what is it?
Yeah, I think the metaverse is quite a buzzword in this recent year, and we are focusing on it to create a 3D web-based web browser-based the metaverse environment to let different user and commercial and business to join our platform to create their own campaign to interact with users and to let people have the activity and the fun. So we mainly focused on three aspects. So firstly is we focused to attract more business, so retailer business. So second is we try to kind of attract more influencers, like different type of the influencers, so they can come to our platform. And the third group we try to attract is that we realize in the crypto kind of project world, it's like a lot of confusion about the NFT. Even my friends told me like, okay, which NFT project you think the best? And we try to create a 3D environment to let the people to vote, to rate, to interact with the NFT and the crypto project. So this is the three area we should tackle first. So then we can create create this concept, this kind of POC. Then we can create this concept. Then we can just let more people to involve in. So this is basically the 3D world. So yeah.
And do you have outside and inside environments, or is it just outside?
Yeah, we have the outside and inside. So once you go into the 3D world, you can walk on the street. It's literally the simulation. So I think the more advanced word of the metaverse actually is simulation, the real world. So during the technology period now, which we can achieve is we try to connect the real world, the kind of design, and we try to make it as real as possible and simulate the real world. And we try to connect with everyone's, terminals. So it's like a mobile phone, VR headset, and laptop, and tablet, and it's every kind of device. We try to make it compatible with. So we can show a little bit, because we are in a very kind of intense developing kind of develop process. So we made some like a progress. So we will, test it and find a good day to launch it. Yeah.
Is there a date for launch then, or is that something that you're still kind of considering at the moment then? Is there quite a bit more work that needs to be done before launch, or is it imminent?
Yeah, that is. So it's a really good question, because for us now, we have two aspects. So one is a 3D environment architecture. So on the, it's more like a lot of coding involved in. So another thing is to think about, you have the buildings, have all kind of digital assets, we call it, in this kind of metaverse world. But so where you're gonna to really transaction to the transaction, monetize, and let user to involve in. So we create asset marketplace. We call it asset store. So instead of we talking about NFT, we would like to call them like assets. It's like digital asset. So we already kind of made infrastructure and integrated with the BSV already, which is a really, really amazing kind of a tool for us to do these transactions. So it's like 3D world and the asset marketplace, asset store. So this is we are focusing on. So now our asset store transaction is fully functional. So we are testing it, and our CEO could probably talk about some more detail later on. So it's just this is a general picture of it. So once we test it, you can buy and sell. You can, we even want to support the fiat currency. Then you can buy, sell, and very easily. Then we can attract the money to the BSV community, and which is really, really low cost. So it's a perfect for this the metaverse project. Then we can let the user go to the 3D world.
So it's the transaction fees on BSV that make it possible as well, isn't it? Because they're so low.
Yeah, that exactly. Because imagine, right? So in a 3D metaverse world, so the buildings probably a little bit kind of you need to pay more for it. But imagine if just the avatar clothes, like wearables, like a hat or the glasses, right? The glove. People just want to make them look good. So it's like £10. You don't want to pay £10 like a transaction fee. So the BSV actually is make our project more scalable. Yeah.
And more accessible to more people. Yeah.
Am I right in thinking you're the artist? The 3D artist? Xiao?
Yeah, I did some. I don't know whether did it.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I did some like a 3D design. It's quite I really appreciate nowadays the technology actually make a design so much easy. You kind of can do it on iPad, laptop, but if then you can do a little bit like no matter for the building you need like a professional laptop, but for the wearables, right, it's kind of very good for a lot of designer. Then you can just do it on your like tablet and iPad, and then you can just design the nice wearables, and which we want to encourage more designers.
So what did you use though to design all the building? What 3D application do you use to design?
We are using the app called Blender.
Oh, you use Blender? Wow. Okay. That's cool.
There is another thing which is I think only people doing the metaverse project know is, from this working process, I realized one interesting thing is in the old time, right, designer and the metaverse, like coding, they kind of doing the separate work. So they don't kind of combine them together. So when you see the metaverse, a nice design, nice thing, but it's not only about design. It's about, how to make it, the design working in the metaverse project. For example, I give you example is if you design a building, right? It could make it looks nice just in one infrastructure. But if you want to make it work in the real-time metaverse infrastructure, it requires a lot of if you want to make the building look good, it's like a light map. So you need to make the light very different. This is completely different with some you just design one object, that kind of level. So it's apply a lot of a physics engine as well. So when you see a glass, right, even the digital glass is sitting on the table. So why is that? So why it's not floating in the air? So
and also is the metaverse is because you said it's real time. So we've got sunrise and sunset as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is like a proper 24 hours in a day. So you get every kind of different, sun shadow angle that you could think of.
Yeah, exactly. Because as I said, it's a simulation. So we want the user feel and have the different sense of which is really happening rather than just browsing on the website. Yeah.
Can I ask you, how long have you been working on the project then? Because this is really involved.
Yeah, to be honest, I really feel like lucky to have the co-founder like Matthew. He's really good at to kind of overcome any kind of challenges. So Matthew, how long we kind of started? So like we did this dojo thing, incubator since January. So we did
8-9 months, yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Oh,
Oh,
really?
right.
Wow.
You
I
put
was,
it together
I was
fast.
like thinking years,
Yeah, you
because
guys done a
just the
lot.
idea and the concept and then just getting the world together and everything. It's such an amazing, huge project in a way. That's amazing. Like, wow, hats off to you. Seriously.
Matthew, what attracted you to the project? I mean, was it your idea? Whose idea was it? And what made you do it on BSV?
And how did you meet?
Yeah.
Well, it was Xiao's idea, and she kind of convinced me it was a good idea to do. And yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where the more challenging something is, the more I want to do it, and the more people say it's crazy and stupid, it makes me want to do it more.
Fight, determined to prove everybody wrong. Yeah.
Do you
Well,
two
it's
like
just a
to
challenge
play?
thing, right? It's I'm not doing it for the money really. It's like the challenge, the thrill of getting it done, and especially when you see the space and the money that's been invested in this space with Mark Zuckerberg and things like that. It's like let's have a go. Let's try and take him on.
Yeah, meta and all that. Yeah.
Do you play online games? Is that you guys sound like you like playing like online games like World of Warcraft or something like that?
Yeah, we did.
I'm personally not a gamer, but Xiao, you play games, don't you? Sometimes.
No, we did the research on this kind of our competitors. So we actually think our graphic would be better, and we are web browser based. So yeah, we did a little bit research. I'm personally like don't really play video game too much. To be honest, this is the idea we kind of talk about it last year, because it was really a buzzword. And meanwhile, I know Matthew, and he has the really good previous kind of IT experience. He did so the company, and it shows me like he can really, from technology wise, could really lead the work. So I'll talk about it with him. So it's like, okay, let's just have a try to make it work. Mm-hmm.
So what was your background though, Xiao?
Yeah, I did the art background before. So I did the art master degree in London. So that I did the marketing work. So then now I know a lot of the people in the AR VR stuff, and I do my own design as well. So I think it's a great chance for me to work on it. Yeah.
So I'm hoping we see an art gallery somewhere there in CosmosX then.
Yeah, it would be great. Yeah.
So
yeah, gallery and museum, all this we put in the category as the business and the retailers as well. So yeah, Matthew, shall we talk some detail about it, our work and our launching plan?
You have to do a BSV museum, a Bitcoin museum.
Yeah, it shows like the history of the BSV.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. Mm-hmm.
Matthew, what's your background?
Basically kind of entrepreneur. I mean, some days I don't even know what I'm doing myself, but yeah, I kind of work on multiple projects, multiple companies. I love startups and building stuff. That's what I've been doing for the last 20 years. So yeah, startups, software. I've been in business, analytics, machine learning, real-time kind of predictions, real-time dashboards, and yeah, basically building stuff. So that's my background for the last 20 years.
Well, that sounds wonderful. And I mean, machine learning is a fascinating area. Do you see any way to kind of connect stuff with your metaverse world?
Yeah, I mean, there might be later on. The first kind of challenge is to get the metaverse working.
Yeah.
And then later on, I can think of maybe doing some machine learning. I don't know. It's, maybe collect some data on what people do, but I don't know. We're not really kind of doing kind of spying. You know, we're not doing what Mark Zuckerberg's doing at the moment. We just want to get a nice metaverse running, make it open, allow people to transact, people to communicate, people to network, and make it fun, make it fast, make it accessible. And
I think it's really needed at the minute because like a lot of shopping malls are closing, aren't they, in the real world at the minute? So we kind of need these online alternatives, basically to give you a sense that you're going out still, I think, you know, and shopping. Because I mean, Amazon's nice and everything, but it's really quite fun to have an actual space to explore as well. Is that part of your motivation for doing it? Do you think there's a need for this?
Yeah, look, it's we want to try and allow those dying brands, dying high street shops to try and get going again. And you know, if you're on a high street which has, you know, a few hundred people walk past your store, you know, why not try and get a few 100,000 people walking past your store? And they can walk past your store and walk into your store when you're sleeping, and you can have, you know, virtual assistants helping sell your stuff online. So yeah, it's about getting people, getting shops back in business again, and helping consumers find a new way to shop. That's
making it a completely different and new fun experience. Instead of just, like you say, browsing a 2D screen, you've actually got this really beautiful 3D interactive environment and stuff.
And will you have like coffee houses and nightclubs and things like that, or no plans?
Yeah, no, we are. We're thinking of that. I've spoken to some DJs actually of how getting their playlists in there and having their avatar doing the DJing stuff. And
that'd be cool.
That's cool. Yeah. What about cats? You're gonna have a pet shop? Because Ray's building a cat game.
Oh yeah. Tell us about it quickly, Ray, so they know what you mean.
So we're making an NFT game. The first part is just buying cats that you can breed, and we're excited to kind of watch it grow. And it's also on BSV.
Yeah, I see some like people they access as an avatar and they have their own assets. I think I call it the pet probably could be your personal asset as well. So you can let it you have feed it in the let it grow. It's kind of digital pet, right?
Yeah. That's my favorite is having like a little companion, like in the Pokemon games. Sometimes you can have a little like, you know, companion beside you.
Yeah.
That would be sweet.
What's the name of that project?
Oh yeah, sorry, Molly Match.
Yeah.
Molly Match.
It's not launched yet, is it?
Right. We're gonna launch. We're hoping the end of this month or next month. We just had some stuff come up, and we want to make sure everything's, you know, nice and easy to use. We don't want any bugs.
Yeah, that's great. So we welcome you to come to our asset store.
Yeah, I'm excited. I would love to do that. Yeah. We do have a Molly inside of another game called Castleborn. It's at castleborn.com, and that's also something on BSV. But you know, I could see everyone integrating with your guys' project. Like, just, you know, you'll have a lot of customers.
Yeah, Castleborn's more of a pixel rendering, isn't it? Not kind of 3D, so it's a bit slightly different.
It is. It started out as 3D though, with these cute little like dragon eggs. Yeah, so that would be really cool.
And have you decided what token protocol you're using for your NFT assets?
We're using the STAS protocol.
Oh right, okay.
That's the one
not the one that's been chosen many times yet. Yeah.
Right. I would love to see something on that.
It was recommended by Robin at Firenext. Do you know him? He was working kind of at the Block Dojo with us.
Very smart guy. Yeah. When he talks, you listen, right? It sounds like you're breaking up there, Matthew. Let me talk to Xiao instead. Tell us a bit about the Block Dojo then, and your experience there. Did you feel like it was a really good kind of boost?
Yeah, I think it's to be honest, my way of thinking is just let everything happen. So if there is a chance there, and just catch it. And to be honest, I think the Block Dojo provides like you access the BSV community, and which is they have really good tool, and they navigate like your business the decisions and your they help you because they have very senior people there. They have different kind of business experience, so it gives you a really shortcut to think and to do things. Yeah, so it's really good. Yeah.
What did you make of it, Matthew? Was it worth the time and effort? Did you have to relocate to be there?
No, I was in London, so it wasn't a problem. I just got on the tube every day to get there. Yeah, look, it was an experience. we've never tried anything like that before, an incubator program. So I think the dojo themselves were also learning a bit, because the first time they'd done it. So we were the first cohort. So there was a learning on both sides, I think. Some things, they got wrong. A lot of things they got right. Overall, yeah, it was fun.
Worthwhile experience.
Yeah. People say good things for sure.
So can we get a demo, Xiao?
Yeah. Have you got anything you could share screen?
Yeah, we can give you a little bit visual about what we are doing. So instead of with the dry words, right?
There we go. Awesome.
Okay.
Can you see my screen? So
Well,
I'm not sure if the video is going to work though, but it's.
I think this is the pitch one. I think we should do the update one.
I was just going to show this little video. Is it worthwhile? See if
Yeah, definitely. I was blown away when I saw this.
It might be slow on the stream, but we can try it. Is that showing?
I think the environment's amazing.
Yeah, we try to. Anyone can buy that road name. So business can buy the different buildings to present their business.
It's like futuristic Saudi Arabia or something, isn't it?
But I just like the amount of work that you've put in. First, you've got to build the environment, and you put the sea in there. You've got to texture everything. You build the buildings. You texture the buildings. I mean, there's so many different elements to it as well. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I truly I'm in awe of the amount of time and effort and work that you've put into this to make this look so beautiful.
Yeah, even things like the trees are quite difficult to do in a 3D environment. There's trees, buildings. You can see if you think about the number of polygons, a building, a skyscraper may only have maybe 1,000 polygons. A tree has tens of thousands.
And you've got your clouds. I mean, what is that actually? Just a 2D kind of background for the sky, or is that a moving background as well?
The clouds do actually move, yeah. So
okay.
In the sea moves, so there's lots of moving parts to this. So I just thought I'd show you that as a little taster of what we're doing. Xiao, which slides do you want to show on this one? Should we show
I want to show that update video.
This is the video here. This video, the web-based.
Yeah. So this is we built on our own website, the web browser. So you can launch your own avatar. So actually, it's working. So this is our own version. So there's another avatar there.
So this is when we're looking at the inside, so there's a full kind of penthouse view, and you can walk inside.
Yeah, that's nice. I've just found my new house.
Yeah.
So look at the right upside, so you can have the video call, and you can add your friend. So all these buttons, like on the top, is all functional. You can add your friend.
She dancing.
Someone, and you can chat with your friends.
That's cool. So you can do an actual video call, avatar to avatar. That's
so we probably could have this talk in the metaverse one.
What are you using to do that? Are you using because there's a Bitcoin phone. Are you using Bitcoin phone or something, or what kind of tech are you using to be able to achieve that?
It's just some open source video calling libraries we're doing, so it's free. We're not charging for that. It's
that's cool.
It's a platform called Media Soup that we're using for that, and it's just all built in. So we could, start. There's a few websites I've seen where you can pay money to talk with famous people and influencer people. We could perhaps do something like that. But yeah, look, if you go on there with your mates and your friends, you can just call them and talk. That's what we've done.
Do you buy real estate in this environment, or do you just rent, or what's the deal with the kind of ownership?
Yeah, both. Yeah, you can buy and rent things. So those buildings and apartments, you can buy them, rent them out, and the yield and the rental yield you can get from your ownership. Yeah, so it gives them a non-zero value. That's what we're trying to do. This is just looking at the different devices we've tested it on. Xiao, do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, we tested on. You see that the VR headset there, that big one at the front, and near beside it is the phone, the mobile phone. Actually, it's still working on the mobile phone as well. So without web app downloading. So laptop, iPad, and TV. So yeah, so all the terminals, we considered all the terminals. So yeah, make sure it's all working. Yeah. So personally, I think the most fun one is the VR headset, because you have immersive feeling. Yeah. Your hand move, your avatar is moving. Yeah.
I'm waiting for the day when the kind of Oculus is like a lot lighter, because they are quite heavy at the moment, aren't they? Can you imagine if it was just like a pair of glasses, you know, it was that light, it would be absolutely phenomenal. Because at the moment you're like,
That's exactly we are focusing on. Pay attention about any kind of VR and AR headset. The device industry what they are currently developing on as well. We already saw some in China, some companies that they try to make it as small as possible, and it's a really cool design. Yeah.
Sorry about that. With TV, does that mean plugging your laptop into the TV?
No, so my TV actually is kind of smart TV, so it can log on the web browser.
Okay.
Yeah, you just put our link on it, so it will show it automatically.
My TV is really old.
That looks really terrific. Looks like a lot of fun as well. I mean, it's gonna give new meaning to going out on the town on a Friday night, isn't it? If you're meeting up with your friends in a VR environment. I have to say, the younger generation are going to be totally finding this normal, because my kids just meet up with their friends online already. They don't come around each other's houses much these days, which I think is a little bit sad. But they seem to be spending all day talking to their friends still. So this is going to be really built in for them, isn't it? Like a normal thing.
When you launch, are you doing a beta? Have you got a sign up for people to sort of beta test for you or anything?
Yeah.
Or is it just going to be straight launch?
Can you go out of that PowerPoint, so then we can see our city plan or something? Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, in answer to that, we are doing kind of a soft launch where you can walk around the metaverse and start buying the assets and selling them. So that's the first kind of plan, and then later on, the assets that you've bought will be able to be used. So we're kind of doing this kind of soft launch and seeing how it goes. Because the infrastructure is if we did millions of users coming on day one, it would probably cost quite a lot in the infrastructure. So we need to be kind of thoughtful about how best to launch this. So that's still in the progress at the moment. But we're hoping to be able to soft launch, perhaps in the next 2 months. So we're not far away, to be honest.
Yeah. So the first city we're gonna launch contains the full area. So as the screen showed, so it's a different. It covers basically a lot in the reality world. So commercial, cultural, finance, and entertainment. So this is our city plan. Yeah. As it showed in the PowerPoint. Yeah.
And then this
That's
is
terrific.
Yeah. This is
So how's the DJs going to work then? So you're going to have a nightclub, and you're going to have some DJs playing in the nightclub with their playlist and everything, and just wait and see who comes along?
Yeah, so that's the DJ and the clubbing. I think remains the marketing. So we will keep this kind of weekly activity and to let user come back to our metaverse to join in this activity as well. So include DJ, music bands, any kind of real life entertainment. So we need to consider in as our marketing campaign. Yeah.
Cool. So this is a great place, like you say, it's going to be a all-round kind of great place for artists and musicians to meet up as well then, and actually do virtual gigs for, you know, their fans and stuff. I mean, especially, you know, as what we've just been through, what a completely amazing and awesome kind of alternative. You know, if somebody's closed down the pubs and you can't go out, you've got, at least you can still virtually gig, you know. I think that's all.
So I may have missed this. Are you guys using a BSV wallet, or are people able to just use a credit card for purchases?
They will be, but not yet. So we're just using the Vinex hosted wallet. But you can, you know, obviously have an address. You can sit on it's like a hosted wallet, yeah, and then you can add your NFTs to your wallet, and then you can see everything. So this is kind of moving on to the asset store. Xiao, do you want to talk about this a bit?
Yeah, so we tested this asset store already. So this is a page we kind of functional working now. So we will sell the buildings as we showed in the city, and the land and the variables. So we're using, I personally log on and create a profile and my own wallet. And we did the BSV transaction. Actually, it's quite, you know, it's just like real time. So real time, very low cost, almost no cost to buy and sell things. So it's all working now. So we need to do a little bit extra testing, then we can launch our asset store. Yeah.
So you can buy an entire building then, and then you could rent out rooms then.
Yeah. So if you kind of a personal investor or personal kind of individual want to engage with the metaverse, you can buy the building, right? But you don't know what's the name you want to put on it. You can rent to other business. So we are kind of make sure the people get a good yield from what they invested. So if you're a business, actually you can buy the building and for your own business, and you can put your name on it. Yeah. So for example, like a digital pet store, right? So you can buy a pet store, the shop front for it. Yeah.
That's cool. So could somebody in the future like host a virtual conference in one of the buildings, or, you know, something like that, where there's like a meeting room?
Yeah, that's it. That is definitely going to happen, because we create a 3D environment, and like we are talking now, right? If we kind of scalable to that 200 people, so we would a lot of people to sit in a conference hall. Yeah.
That's cool.
Maybe screen films there as well or something. Yeah. So it looks like you're really getting nearly done with this. Like you say, with the soft launch, where will you announce it first, do you think? You're going to just announce it on Twitter one day, or have you got other kind of ways of getting it out there? You could always tell us. That would be one way to do it.
Yeah, that's up to Xiao. Xiao's in charge of the marketing, so I don't know. What do you think, Xiao? Is the best place to announce that?
So want to launch it. So we are making and testing a little bit about the SM store now. So we are generate the NFT as well as the buildings.
You know, like, are you going to release like a little trailer video of it, or, you know, I mean, it's such a gorgeous thing to look at. I think it needs a bit of a walkthrough video or something like that, doesn't it, to really do it justice. The idea, you know, convey the message of what you've delivered here, which is kind of amazing. Have you seen the Omniscape product as well? And I love the idea of having the kind of AR VR where they've got like objects that you can find as well, you know, in augmented reality too. So there's lots of kind of other things you can add to it.
Yeah.
As time goes by.
Well, you've got there's a website. Can I show the website, Xiao?
Oh, yes. So our website is so we will launch a new website recently. You can show it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we will launch
because
it.
this is pretty good looking. I'm going to remove this for a minute, and then I'm going to just change a few things. So we've got a website here which is CosmosX.io, so CosmosX.io, and I noticed, you see, you have this 3D NFTs. So we've got about, and this opens up and it tells you, now this says new space-themed metaverse open world, allowing everyone to interact, earn rewards, and participate in projects together. And CosmosX will encompass AI-enhanced 3D NFTs and a native 3D marketplace, and multiple X to earn systems to facilitate the ecosystem. Businesses, creative talents can dive in and enjoy. But what I liked is you've got your roadmap here as well. Where are we? We're here, aren't we, at the moment? Somewhere about here. Okay, so we've got our roadmap here, but we've also got a 3D NFTs. So this is the 3D AI NFT collections and NFT marketplace. So currently this is on OpenSea.
Yeah, that 3D collection was one of the kind of first ideas we had, basically to do fundraising. So, you know, we probably will keep that, but we want to focus on the more of our own asset store and you know, kind of bypassing OpenSea. OpenSea was kind of just to get some publicity and get started.
Okay.
So the plan really is to use BSV and forget about OpenSea.
Okay, well that's cool, because then I'll be buying some of these, because I want to show you the characters, because I think they're well cute. But then I really like Xiao's art, so just be a sec. So we'll get rid of this one and we'll share another one. So can we see those?
Yeah.
Nice.
So this is our the beginning of the dojo. We were thinking about to create the AR NFT AI. So it's oh, look how bad it OpenSea is. Sometimes something is not functional, it's not displaying. So yeah, so we created this small aliens which kind of guide you through the metaverse project, kind of show you how to sell, how to buy, and give you a recommendation of the different suggestions, like a rating system. We were talking about create a lot of ideas could fit in this metaverse. Gosh, it's just you know, you can talk about a lot of ideas. For example, we were thinking about so many NFT and crypto projects. So we want to make a showcase room and to show all these projects. So this little AI assistant could help you to rate which project is the most popular one and what reason you like it. And we wanted to create all this data to give people better understanding of the NFT project rather than just the purely image. Because the people have a different idea. People would research their image and their principles, their utilities behind, and what's their co-founders' background, things like that. So I think the people get more and more, they like to do more due diligence about the project. So we want to involve this little alien assistant to help people to select the good NFT project. So that was the original idea. We tried to put in this metaverse project, but now you see, look, the OpenSea, I don't know what's the bug they have. They could even don't fully functional display it.
Well, that's difficult, isn't it, with having it on someone else's server and not on the blockchain?
Yeah.
That also shows how great BSV is, because like you say, because the images are actually stored on chain, so you're not going to get any of that problem whatsoever when you're displaying these. I think they're cute. They're really cute. I really like them. They're really appealable. So
would you make one into like a chatbot then, or have I missed?
Yes, that was exactly the idea. So now we're trying to build our own asset store. So forget about OpenSea and we integrate with the BSV.
I think that sounds like a good idea. Yeah. And I'm not sure you can host STAS on OpenSea anyway, can you? So yeah.
Are you going to be the first Stas NFT?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is cool.
I mean, do you know of any other project working with Stars tokens currently? I don't.
Most of the projects from the Block Dojo are using that. So.
Okay.
Oh, right, because they're using the Realizio wallet. So I got that right.
So we're just kind of doing what we've been told, essentially. It's free, so who cares?
So I'm writing a protocol called JSON Chain. If you guys ever want to experiment when it's done, we're using that for our NFTs too. But I would love to see something on, using Stas.
Yeah.
So when will the NFTs be on Stas? Do you know? At what point? Or is that kind of what you're working on at the moment?
Well, those alien NFTs, that was kind of one of our first iterations of the project. We're kind of moving away from those now onto the actual assets rather than the some aliens. We can still use those aliens for some of the some like utility NFTs perhaps, but we actually want to start selling the assets. And I to be honest, I'm kind of tired of the word NFT, so we want to just call them assets. I think people don't care actually what NFTs are, and they just think, okay, that's an asset, I want to buy it. So that's the kind of direction we want to go in. The average person doesn't care what an NFT is, to be honest. They just want to buy it.
I want that building over there, and I'm going to buy that building, and there you go. There's my BSV. That's it. That's my building now.
The fact that it's an NFT is irrelevant to them. They just want to buy it.
So if you just show the really easy, understandable kind of utility, so for them, it's don't need any kind of terminology, and they feel like a little bit obstacle for kind of people never involved in the Web3 world. They feel a little bit okay. They're very cautious or something, but just a digital asset. Yeah.
So I've got another question, because you're going to have DJs, okay? So we're going to have a nightclub and stuff like that. But if you were going to have it, and you could do a cinema and everything, so would you do a theatre as well? So you've got maybe a live virtual performance of a play or something that you could go and visit.
That would be nice.
That would be cool. You can have virtual theatre and Shakespeare.
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to go to Verona to see a candlelit opera, but if I could do it virtually, then that's cool, And also, like Chinese opera, absolutely love it, but obviously it's a long way to go to see a very decent Chinese opera from where I'm sat at the moment. So, a bit of Shakespeare, we go to the Globe and watch some Shakespeare or something. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Have you got plans to expand the world beyond the current map, or you're just going to kind of play it by ear and see as you go?
Yeah, so we will test our first city first, so make sure everything is functional. Then we will expand this city. Yeah.
Have you given the name? Have you given the city a name? Because CosmosX is like everything, isn't it? But it's just the first city. So, would this be like CosmosX 1 or something, or the old CosmosX? When you go to the new CosmosX, which would be like a newer city or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need to think of a name. It's a good point. Yeah, I call it X or something. X1. I don't know.
Yeah, X1. Yeah.
It's such a massive concept. That's the thing. Like you can kind of take it wherever you want, can't you? It's creating a new world. It's kind of a crazy big idea, really.
Yeah, I mean, if you got, for example, you've got a billion users, right? Then would you think about expanding into different worlds, i.e. in universes? The metaverse with extra layers, so you could actually go to a planet or something, and be on a different planet as well within CosmosX.
Yeah, we've thought about selling planets, whole planets as NFTs. Companies could buy them or whatever. So yeah, you could have themed planets like sports themes, music planets. But we don't want to do first things first. We want to do things one step at a time. If we can get this first city working, that's a nice goal. And after that, maybe we can look at other things.
It is such an exciting project, though. I was so honoured to meet both of you because it was in a pub to start off with down Oxford Street, so that was quite cool. And then it was Block Dojo, so I'm really honoured to have met both of you. And like Xiao, your artwork for me, I think it's stunning, and congratulations so much on everything that you've done and put together so far. I think it's phenomenal. And thank you so much for joining us. Have you got? Is there anything else that either of you would like to say? Or
yeah, we would like BSV community and the public and can follow us and to see where we go. It's a really kind of good process in this year. So we will continue and grow more and to achieve what we promised. Yeah.
So what's the best place to follow you then? Is it going to be Twitter or?
Yeah, so we will update our new website soon. So with replace it with the SM Market, our own version of the OpenSea. Then it will show our Telegram, Discord, and Twitter. And you can, if you guys have any problems, you can just contact us directly, and we will answer your questions and update you our progress.
Mm-hmm. Cool!
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I want to walk down the street.
I do. I want to own a building. So there's a website, address, and everything. So thank you so much, both of you, for joining us. It's been absolutely amazing.
At 3 a.m. over there. Well done.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, for staying awake.
Yeah,
so if you
go straight to sleep.
If you like this episode, please share, like, and subscribe, and tell everybody to go and follow Xiao and Matthew on Twitter at CosmosX. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you.